Hello. Hey everybody, I cannot tell you how many DMs I've gotten about Libbie share a bread recipe. Bread baking is what I used to do for a living. I taught our son when we lived on a boat how to bake bread when he was 10 years old, but I thought I would share kind of a no-fail recipe. This is from Jim Lahey. It is fantastic. It never fails and it's delicious. Let's make it. No, it should be let's bake it. All right, so this is, what Josh, like 3 ingredients? 4 if you count the water. It is, in my opinion, like a simple country French bread that never misses. Let's see how this all comes together. I want to show you what it should look like after the first mix. I can't get my apron right. There it goes.
There it goes.
I wanted to be white on white today since I'm baking. All right, starts off with 3 cups of flour. You can use bread flour if you like. I'm using all-purpose flour today. There's 1, 2, and 3. To that, I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of salt. This is just a tablespoon salt, not a kosher. There you go. Got flour, salt, and then finally I have an instant yeast. I haven't have a lot of instant yeast, but you'll have just a small amount. And it's just a 1/4 teaspoon of instant yeast. You're like, yeah, that's not enough, Libbie. I'm telling you, Jim says it's enough. It's enough. And all we're gonna do is give that, first of all, I'm just gonna use my chopstick. We'll just kind of mix those around. Get those 3 ingredients kind of combined. It's very forgiving. It's just going to do its thing later. To this, I'm going to add 1.5 cups of water. It doesn't need to be warm, preferably not ice cold. Just 1.5 cups water. I like to get in there with my hand. And the reason I like to do it with my hand is I like to scrape up along the side. And you'll see, it eventually won't be sticking to my fingers that much. And we're just kind of bringing those 3 ingredients together. It's going to be kind of really shaggy looking. You just want to make sure you have all the flour incorporated. There you go. Like, see, Josh, if you get in there, like, see how shaggy it is? Like, we shouldn't be looking for something super smooth and soft here. No, that's not what's happening yet. That's it. Like, that's how quick that was. I'm gonna wash my hands up. Here's the key thing. Now we're gonna cover it. I'm out of frame, I know. We're gonna cover it with plastic wrap. And then set it in, not in direct sunlight, but in a fairly warm place. If, you know, kind of the warmest area of your kitchen. I have some friends who've been dealing with this recipe for a couple of days in Rhode Island, and I think their house is just too cold. Jim and Bruce, I think your house is just too cold. So I told them today to find a little warmer spot. So there you go. I've got a nice tight fit on my film wrap, and then I always like to date the top. So we're at Monday. Josh, what time are we right now?
It is 12:24.
12:24 p.m. Now that's gonna set and it's gonna do its thing, and it's gonna get bubbly and bigger and probably come up about half up the side of your bowl. And it's gonna take about 18 to 20 hours. I actually think the 20 hours is better than 18, but you'll know, like the bubblier it gets, it's just like, do not take the plastic off, just let it do its thing. All right, so this is one that I started yesterday. I've got it, I don't know if you see that, Josh. It was Sunday at 2:50 p.m. I was playing with a little bit different ratios of water on that one, just for my own fun. I'm gonna turn that out and show you the next step. So we've let it rise 18 to 20 hours. Now we're gonna turn it out onto a lightly floured surface. And I also have, I don't know if you can see this, I just have a tea towel that, yummy small shop tea towel, that I'm gonna lightly flour as well, because that's what we're gonna put this bread on next. And what I'm gonna do is turn this out on this lightly floured surface, and Josh is gonna get a picture, like to show you guys. It should be nice and stringy. See how stringy that is? Look how stringy that is.
Super stringy.
smells so good. I'm gonna get that down on my surface. Should be nice and wet and strainy. Remember, this is no-knead bread. We are not kneading this. We're gonna shape it into nothing really, and I'm just gonna fold it into itself, kind of like a package. And then I'm gonna put that, you guys, on my floured towel, and I'm just gonna fold it up. Now it's gonna set here for another 2 hours. Now granted, total this takes like 15 minutes of your actual time, and the rest is just resting time. So I'm gonna take that and just set that in a warm place and let that do its thing for 2 hours before we come back and bake the bread. Oh my gosh. Now's the exciting part to finish our bread. I have preheated a Dutch oven to 450 degrees. I have my oven set for 450 degrees, and I've let our dough rise. It's been a couple of hours, so our dough got a second rise in. And here's all you're gonna do. I don't put anything in my Dutch oven. All I do is I'm going to take that dough, and the part that we had folded underneath, that's gonna be the top part of our bread. So Josh, you can pop in there. It doesn't look beautiful, but it will bake up gorgeous. So that's going in the oven for 1 hour. And it's gonna make the house smell so good. 450 degrees it's going in, let's say 30 minutes. I'm gonna take the lid off, I forgot. Make sure you take the lid off after 30 minutes and then finish it up with another 30 to 40 without the lid. We'll come back and have some bread. All right, you guys, it's been 30 minutes. Josh, get in here. And the cover's been on. So that's, ooh, it's already starting to brown a little bit. So we're gonna come put that back in uncovered for 30 more minutes. All right, you guys, in the oven, covered for 30 minutes. Then I took the cover off for another 30 minutes at 450 degrees. It is gorgeous. Now, I have let it set out. You shouldn't cut your bread immediately. I've let it set out for probably like 30 minutes. It's still warm and delightful. And I just, oh my God, the crust is perfect. Josh cannot wait to have some bread. Oh, it's nice. It's nice. It's nice. It's a little tight. I would like a little bit more bubbles going, but look how gorgeous that crust is. That is stunning. Look at the crust, it's so gorgeous. Josh Summers, you want some?
Yes, please.
It's still warm enough, some bread, some butter will actually melt on it. Oh, I can't even wait. You guys, there you go. A no-fail bread recipe. Thank you, Jim Lahey, for this gorgeous recipe. I use it all the time. It is gonna be linked in my bio. You'll find it on libbiesummers.com. Please tag me with your bread pictures. We'll see you next time.